Good evening, good evening, good evening again, folks. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We are going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, but before we do, the usual disclaimers. Folks, if you are unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic, a small non for profit started by Autistics for Autistics, wherein they interviewed and surveyed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the Judge Rotenberg Center's so called behavior modification program. The Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read that article so much. They've threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. Well, NeuroClastic has refused, folks. You know the drill. Please read the article, share it on all your social media. Also included in there, NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding in case the Judge Rotenberg Center ever sees through with their threat. Trigger warning 1. When we discuss places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center or Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of disabled people and people with mental health issues being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please go ahead and utilize those headphones. Number 2, this channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We use profanity on occasion. We do speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and they are watching this, very obviously, parental supervision is very much advised, all right? All right, sorry. Neck hurts, folks. Long, horrific day. All right, where we left off. Public participation, clarifications, and key changes. I'd like to know one key change. Why did we stop naming and shaming the GED? Explain it to me like I'm 5. The FDA convened a meeting of the Neurological Devices Panel of the Medical Devices Advisory Committee, the panel, on April the 24th, 2014, the panel meeting, in an open public forum to discuss issues related to the FDA's consideration of a ban on ESDs for SIB or AB. March 27th, 2014. No, that was not what was in reference, Karen. It was the get device, the get device, the get device, the get device, for God's sake, the get device. The FDA is not required to hold a panel meeting before banning a device, but the FDA decided to do so in the interest of gathering as much data and information as possible from experts in relevant medical fields, as well as in all interested stakeholders, and the interest of obtaining independent expert advice on the scientific and clinical matters at issue. Jesus Christ, if you need a panel to tell you after you literally have like piles and piles from decades of medical records, ER documents. But such is here we are. And we are again refusing to name the device that we named previously when we began proposing the ban. So here we are. Considering whether to ban ESDs, FDA also conducted an extensive systematic literature review to assess the benefits and risks associated with ESDs, as well as alternative treatments for patients exhibiting SIB and AB. So, in other words, the department wanted to make sure that what its advocates have been saying for over the last 3 decades was actually true and could be backed up by people from the field. Let's completely ignore the fact that a lot of the advocates were coming from the field. See, I'm a 2 for 1. in the field and autistic. They really hate me. Besides the point, but you see what I'm saying here. They basically wanted to make 100% sure that the JRC was unable to produce anything that could show that somehow their device that is designed to hurt us could provide actually any benefit. I'm not talking about benefit as what I and the most of the neurodiverse community would view as a benefit, but what neurotypical society and the medical model would say is a benefit. If you've been with me on this channel, you know that is a very big difference. The fact of the matter is, kids, after reading all of these documents, even though at some point between 2016 with the proposed ban and 2020 we've lost our balls somehow and forgot how to say the words GED, it was determined to be on a shadow of a doubt that this outdated practice held no benefit whatsoever and needed to stop. But because they got so afraid of that influence, that money, that control that the JRC has had to use to hang on to their stranglehold of insanity for over the last several decades, here we are. Granted, this is going to be a quick video, but we're going to close out on that, folks. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few that we do tend to get removed from time to time. Please don't forget to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit those comments. I appreciate your time tonight. As always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. I'll see you again in a few minutes. Bye, everyone.